what is open access? How do we define it in layman's terms? Either Greg or Jeff, either any of you guys are willing to jump in, but let's get a definition.
Jeff, why don't you provide like the simple one, and then I'll add a little complexity.
Okay. So, I mean, I think the traditional definition is that you have access to multiple ISPs. And I think that's really what came out of Europe, is that in Europe, they have separated largely the infrastructure and the services. And so the infrastructure is not controlled by the service provider. And as a consumer, you've got access to multiple ISPs. I would say entry points definition, and Greg will probably talk the same direction. Our definition is that you do separate the infrastructure and the services. That's fundamental. And then the service providers are exposed to competition and to innovation. That's our definition. But every service provider in the ecosystem is exposed to competition and to innovation. An innovative threat is really what they're exposed to. Greg, go for it.
Yeah, no, if I can elaborate on that. So you have and actually you can really slice it and dice it. We did a stack of what you could actually create in an open access environment. And I came up with like 11 or 12 different layers. Because you can overlay network and cloud. And if you look at it as a model where you're wholesaling everything, right? That's one model. And that includes conduit. There's a recent deal with conduit. It doesn't have to be fiber. It's just someone, as you guys know, the biggest expense is running the fiber or digging up the streets, right? Or not, or designing it and then building it, right? The tech side, where I come from, is like pennies compared to the heavy lifting of building it. So if you're going to build it everywhere for one thing, whether it's conduit or fiber. So you're separating, again, the network from the services, and the services at this time would be, internet access. Let's keep it simple, the heck of triple play, right? Just internet access. But in between, you get conduit, wholesale conduit. You could do dark fiber, where the city or some entity, again, it could be a private entity, deploys dark fiber and wholesales it on a fiber by fiber basis. Or you could all wholesale lit fiber, which is where Jeff's technology comes in, and offer like what I call like VLANs or us, right? If you make it, it's a big honking Ethernet. The town is a big Ethernet network, and you offer VLANs or VPNs or some layer 2 tunnel protocol. So there's different layers within that, but the thing is the service providers, the retail-facing service providers are separated from owning the infrastructure. You have one infrastructure. You don't need 2 or 3 sets of routes. You need one, and then you wholesale it on a fair, equitable, and non-discriminatory basis to all.